like I was saying, I put half-inch OSB board around the inside. Again, you know, put a furnace in, put air conditioner in, and inside my room here I have a dehumidification system. I don't know anything on the forum or out there. I don't know what the ideal relative humidity is for a reloading room, but if anybody knows, if you would let me know, I would greatly appreciate it. And in the bench, you know, I used 2x6s building it, and I used all screws. I used the big heavy-duty screws that you use for putting down a patio on the boards. And I also ran wire inside all the walls. I've got several outlets in here. And then what I did around the pegboard, behind the pegboard, I took some maple wood, ripped it down into 3/4 inch pieces, and built a frame all the way around on the inside, going all the way around the room. And what I've done is sort of took the areas for each one of my loads and segregated everything. If I need to go to a station, what I need to be able to go ahead and set that up and start making ammo. I just got another bullet feeder for my 380 press. So once in a while here when you're going through this, don't panic, but sometimes your primer might get stuck and you have to come back and take the shell out to be able to get your press to go down and release that case. But not a big deal. What I've done when I was getting ready to go through this process is I started really buying a lot of the brass, and I spent probably a couple months getting it all cleaned, and I did everything using the tumbler with corncob media. And by the chance you'll see on eBay, a lot of people sell a canister of different media that you could use in your brass tumbler. And take a look at McMaster-Carr. McMaster-Carr's got 50-pound bags, 100-pound bags, and we're talking lots of material. So what you can pay for those small containers, buying them on eBay, you could buy that from McMaster-Carr probably 30 times the volume and half the price. So if you would, just take a look at that and see what you think. Well, another thing, you know, ammo was scarce there for a long time, and especially 22s. And what I've learned is that the government bought a buku, and we're talking in the millions, dollars worth of 22 rounds, caliber rounds. Once I started digging into that, I found that the government bought a lot of 22s. Now, first thing I was thinking is, why are they buying this ammo? Because we're never going to send our troops over there to fight an enemy or anybody with 22 rounds. So once I started checking into that, what I found out is our military, when they do their range practicing and everything, they're not using the ammo that they've used in the past. They're actually practicing using 22 rounds. So that's where a lot of that surplus, if you want to call it, that's where a lot of our 22s went. And we're just now starting to see where a lot of the other rounds and ammo types, you can still purchase those. So they're coming back available. 22, it's a hit and miss. Sometimes you get lucky and you might get a couple hundred, and outside of that it's still pretty scarce. So that's what I found out with that. And what I did on the top of my benches here is I didn't want to go very deep because I like to have my work out here in front of me, so I'm working sort of around it. And it works very well for me, is I only went 20 inches across as far as deep on my bench. And what I did is I bought this material. It's called chopping board. It's like butcher block similar to what you see like in 2 inches thick and what they use in kitchens on your peninsulas or something in the middle of the kitchen. And so I bought this, and it's 20 inches exact, and I bought it in a raw wood form, and had to do a little bit of sanding when I got it, not a real big deal, but I put some clear on this, and I put about 6 coats on, and between every one of my coats, what I did is I sill sanded between each layer, and I've got a real nice smooth finish to it. So it's actually pretty nice. And I'll show you when we get going into progressive loaders later what the pros and cons are, because a lot of stuff out there says that you should have a couple feet on both sides of your press, and that's fine. And if you're loading probably only have one press, that's probably a good thing, probably about right. But like I said, I really like having the work around in front of me, and I try to find the best ways and the most comfortable way, an organized way to be able to perform a lot of these steps. So hopefully I'll be able to show you guys some things that I do. And I'll tell you one thing, I've been learning from the forum and a lot of people out there that reload over the years. A lot of good people out there. And the information that you bring to the table to the industry on your knowledge, your experience, don't think for a minute that it's not appreciated, because that's how we all learned. And if it wasn't for you guys leading the pack on this, we might not see a lot more people out there reloading. So just something to think about. Okay, that's probably enough for right now doing our brass, taking the primers off. I'll tell you what, this is a piece of equipment that works really good, and what I use that for is cleaning the primer pocket out. Doesn't go real fast, but it sure works really good. You'll have the inside of that where it's completely black. And after a while, you know, it takes a while to get used to using it. You don't want to push in very hard because you don't need to. Another thing you could do is, like a lot of people have done over the years, is take a small screwdriver, if you choose to do that, and just take your screwdriver and put it in here and just clean that pocket out a little bit, and that works fine. I prefer a little bit more where I get a little bit more of it cleaner than the norm. So again, you know, you can see it's pretty clean on the inside of that. So again, I got a lot of things I want to do, and I think just be patient with me starting out as far as how to use this camera and downloading the stuff into YouTube, and hopefully I can bring some of the things that I've learned over the years. And I want to show you a couple new items that I've been able to get my hands on, and it hasn't really been released to the public yet. So I got a couple things I want to show you, and you guys let me know what you think. Thanks, and good shooting.